Hello everybody and welcome back to WarPlan, where we are playing as the Axis. Things are progressing, if slowly, on the Eastern Front. We are well past the Odessa line that was previously here, and are quite far into Ukraine now. We've taken over the Crimean Peninsula, and we've also cut off, or we're trying to cut off as many Soviets in the Caucasus as possible. We're mostly through the Caucasus, and we've even gotten forces around Stalingrad, and we've just reinforced it with another full, brand new infantry corps that'll be going up there to help hold that. I want to try and knock out Stalingrad quickly, and then start coming around Moscow towards actually maybe not Moscow, maybe just start going up along here, get to like Gorky and some of these other areas that produce supplies for the Soviets. We'll see how that works. It does look like the Soviets are starting to panic a little bit, if their deployments are any indication. And yeah, we also have finally made landfall in North America with the German Brandenburger Division. We have two other corps, a German and an Italian corps. Our subs are there. We're getting some Fallschirmjägers into the area. We have an infantry corps and some Italian armor are waiting to get into the fight. We're going to take the island, and then we're going to do a short invasion here, get a foothold, a beachhead onto the mainland, and then from the mainland we can just land everything there and start pushing in. It's going to be a long fight, but hopefully not one in vain. But I think that is going to be the end of this turn, because I don't think there's anything else for us to do. So let's go ahead and see what happens. What are they going to do? Okay, made us fall back there. Okay, they opened up Stalingrad a bit. Made us fall back there a bit. Attacked that Bulgarian division. No, that's not Bulgarian. That's Hungarian? I think that's Hungarian. Okay, pushing us back a bit in the Caucasus, but nothing that bad. Okay, nobody surrendered. That's good. Alright, let's keep pushing across there. Alright. And that is this island taken. And we can use this as sub-bases now. And we can even go ahead and embark this corps. Put you in there. Deploy you. Okay. So the entire Italian High Seas Fleet is now in North America, which is good. We've now taken this island, which I've forgotten what this island is called, and now we need to push in. Oh, we need to push across here, the Gulf of St. Lawrence, and take Sydney. Then we can push down to Halifax, and then to Quebec, etc. They do have a lot of things in America. It's going to be a fight, but we're going to do a little bit of a build-up before we do that. We also have this corps we can mount up into boats and then head down here. Let's also get the Fallschirmjägers down there. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, they pushed out of Stalingrad, which means we can just take Stalingrad. Alright, and that's all we needed. Just needed to take Stalingrad. It was a railhead and very important. We'll have the Turks start garrisoning things. Hit this command and then try and knock it out, for God's sakes. Nope. Because we are still dealing with the Italians. Damage them a little bit. Okay. Now, well, let's see if we can knock out this little core. We did. Okay, that core gone. This being abandoned. We can now hit this unit from all sides. Hit you well enough. You back out, you go up forward. Okay. Let's shift some troops around. Try and damage that unit. Alright. Well, on one more. There we go. That's a break in the line. The more breaks we can make in the line, the more likely the Soviets are to abandon forming a defensive line in the area. So I'm hoping we can just keep exploiting that. We can keep, like, outwitting them. Or not outwitting them, but just kind of outmaneuvering them. Kind of like the, you know, the real-life Battle of France. You know, the French, when they did actually stand up and fight, when they had a stand-up brawl with the Germans, it wasn't like a one-sided thing. Like, the Germans did take casualties, did have problems, and, I mean, tank-wise, the French tanks were better. Just better. They could knock out far more German tanks than the German tanks could knock out of them. They were more heavily armored and armed. But the problem was maneuver. The French plan did not have flexibility for maneuver warfare, and they just kind of, you know, they could win a fight, but then they would just be outflanked in an area that didn't put up as much of resistance. It was just a problem for the majority of that for the entire Battle of France. Okay. Pulling back the armor. You back, put you in. Okay. Doing okay, we're doing okay. Moscow is not too far away from the front as much. Well, the thing is, I think it's actually been the same distance from the front this whole time, because I think this is the closest the front has been. But we are starting to come across from multiple angles, and I think the Soviets are starting to panic. And let's just make sure that these guys are surrounded, and let's see how they deal with that. Oh, damn it. Cannot break this command unit. That is going to be a problem. Okay, let's see. In terms of points, do we have... I could pick up some air transports. Same with the Italians, because they're going to need it. Because they have quite a few paratroopers, but we haven't been able to use them. That guards unit is going to be a problem. I'm hoping we can push it out next turn. And these guys are pretty weak, so they'll be a break point. We can maybe get across. Again, we just need to keep outmaneuvering them in down south so that they keep pulling back. Try and get to Kharkov. Maybe link up with the Caucasus, and then start pushing as a united front. That'll maybe take pressure off the north. It's already starting to take pressure off the north, and then we push up towards Leningrad, just encircle Moscow. I mean, I already see them having some problems covering certain areas, so let's hope we can keep pressure on those areas. I didn't bomb things. I also didn't do the invasions in the... Damn it. I already clicked, so it's too late. Alright. Let's see what we got. Okay, just some supply problems. Let's go ahead over here. Invade. There we go. Let's have all of our subgroups not go with them. And let's hit the Americans. All these subs. Invade. Alright, Hailfax is ours. Here we go. Disembark. Disembark there. Embark. Okay, apparently we can't disembark there. Do that next time. The Fallschirmjägers right there. Alright, well. Tried attacking, couldn't. I'll see how that goes. Alright, let's make sure we do the bombings here this time. Alright. Got that. Do we even know what's inside this unit? No, we don't. Okay. Let's hit Malta. All right. Now, what are we going to do? Okay, a lot of units pushing towards Stalingrad right now. Oh yeah, we definitely outmaneuvered them in the south. They're pushing hard to new defensive lines. So I'm hoping we can exploit the north here. Would be nice if we could get through, or at least get on the opposite shoreline if we could. Then we could push and get a breakthrough. Alright. There's an opening here. We have to exploit it. We have no other choice. We have to exploit those breakthroughs, or those openings. And we're landing at night, which means we take that city. Which means we've broken this line here. It's open now. Which will hopefully give us a decent chance. If we pull back, separate them, maybe we can knock them out or starve them of supplies, and then we'll have an opening again. Let's see here. What else do we have as a possibility? These guys can be hit. Let's... you up here, you there, you there, there, you there, and you there. That's good. We have quite a lot of troops down here, but I'm hoping we get another little breakthrough that we can use to spread them out a little more. Like if these guys have to pull back because they're exposed on their flanks, then you right there, they're exposed on their flanks, then we can exploit that, get around, and the bulk of these troops will be heading towards Kharkov. Especially given the fact that a lot of troops are starting to pour towards Stalingrad, which means we have some openings in other fronts, because they can't be everywhere at once. Alright, and that army surrenders. Which means we start pouring towards Rostov. And we're going to try once again to break down these units. My God. Nothing. I mean, I would also like to get around behind this unit here, start attacking from two sides, knock it out, get the 12th Soviet Army out of here, and that will hopefully allow us to kind of push out of this area. I want to get out of the Caucasus, get into the vast plains here. Can we get a armored core? No, it's too expensive. Way too expensive. I'll have to wait a couple of turns. Yeah. But at least we're making progress in America. We've got a bulk of our landing force on the ground. And we're pushing towards, I'm going to say probably Quebec. If we could hit Quebec and Montreal, that'd be good. That, or instead of going towards Quebec, we could just go down the rail line to Portland. See how the Americans respond to that. Well, we'll have to see. Let's also see about the supplies. Okay, supplies are starting to make their way up. They're being built. That's good. That is good. Take Rostov. This is getting supplies up here. Yeah. Yeah, not bad. Alright, let's end the turn. Let's see what happens. Especially right around here, but I want to see if they pull back or fight back. Okay, they're trying to surround us there. Alright, and they're hitting us around Stalingrad. We'll probably have to fall back from Stalingrad, but it did get a lot of infantry out of the line. Yeah, quite a few Soviet armies there. Okay. We lost a sub from one of our groups. Nothing else. Okay. Pull you back. Yeah, we knocked him out. Alright, well, there goes an American Navy. I think that's the American Navy. I don't see any others. Yeah, I think that's the last of the American Navy. There's still a British naval force here, but it's pretty light. Alright. Don't know why I had to invade to get that. Get you there. Up there. Let's have you come off the ships. Alright. Next time, this corps will go over onto the Canadian mainland. Things are going well. So as long as we don't have to deal with another invasion of mainland Europe is kind of why I'm invading there. They can't invade us if we're already invading them. Even if we lose that entire invasion force, it still is a net positive because we won't have to divert forces from the Eastern Front that we would have to if they invaded like Normandy or Morocco or Scotland or England. So it works out. And there's an opening there. Alright, we're exploiting. Exploiting that area there. And then, okay. We got an actual gap now that we can push. So they'll probably come around here try and knock us out there. I'm hoping we can attack there. Yes! Okay, problem is now we are in a situation where we don't have people to put into that opening that we just made. Let's see, can we... Oh. Shoot back there. Alright. Got that at least. That'll make this a little bit less assailable. How about trying to attend? No, that's not going to work. Okay. So where else can we attack here? Yeah, they didn't pull back here. Now let's see, can we get this unit out of here? God damn it, come on. Just break, damn you, break. One more shot. We still got some, nope, damn it. Alright. Either way, neither of those are going to work. We need like an actual full core, but we've got our actual cores up here fighting actual Soviets that matter. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull back along the line here from Stalingrad, and we're going to use this... Actually, you know what? We're going to have some Turkish garrison Stalingrad, and we're going to see how the Soviets respond to that. we are making progress with the supply chain up to Stalingrad, which is going to help. And we already did this, right? Yeah, we already did all this here. We knocked out the American fleet. We still have what's left of the British fleet that needs to be knocked out. And once we do that, we'll be golden. Break through there. I'm just making sure we've done everything we can. Can't attack here. Just to see what would happen, but it doesn't look like that would do much. Yeah, not much here. We could try to attack across. Yes, there we go. Alright, we're over the river there. We force them back there on the river. Come on. Alright, there we go. Force them back there. Let's hit that. Knock out this, or at least try and knock out this tank unit. Okay, we don't. But they're pretty weak. Next time we can attack here, see if we can knock them out, or here. Either way, if we can knock them off the line, then we cut off another bit of a few troops. We exploit the gap, and we keep moving on. We just got to keep shuffling troops through. Exploit any openings we have, outmaneuver their lines, so that we force them to move. Well, let's end the turn, see what happens. It'll be the last thing we do before we end the episode off, so let's see what we have to do next time we come back to the to this. What do we got? Alright. Surrounding Stalingrad. Alright, they hit us there. They did make it back to Minsk. Okay, we lost the Fallschirmjägers. Okay, we got Soviets in the backfield. Okay, Soviets got a tank unit in our backfield. So what do we got? They refused surrender once, but then they surrendered, and Germany's reserve corps, first reserve corps, surrendered, so they were still in the fight. Let's just have you come. Let's have you over there just to help out. They're pulling back all along this line. That's good. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut you off. You move over here. You move down. You move down. You move back. Move up with our units here. Alright. Let's just make sure we knock out that unit. Didn't knock it out, but we got close. Make sure they don't get our unit there. Okay, so the Fallschirmjägers aren't doing the best. Like, just honestly, they keep being destroyed. But we're gonna build them again. We're also gonna build a couple more large core. One more large core, I guess. Okay. Fall back there. Pulling back over here. Supplies are making their way. Okay, can we please have the There we go. Jesus Christ. That took way too long. Just gonna have you sit there in case the the Soviets decide to leave that position. Alright, so now we actually have the Italians coming up to help. And these guys did not move at all. Which means we have a possibility of cutting off quite the number of troops. Okay. Just going to continue shifting our units through where we can. Okay, so where's the weakest? Well, let's try... Okay, and they surrendered. That's good. There we go. Opening there. They are almost gone. There we go. A unit there. Alright, either way, that opens up a lot more maneuvering space for us. Just make sure we have a reserve in case. Alright. I said we weren't gonna go to the next turn, but I completely forgot because of things happened. But either way, I think we're gonna end it here midway through the turn because that seems to be what we're doing always now. And we'll be moving forward with a couple. I don't know. We've got some decent stuff going on in the Americas. We'll have to see how that's gonna go next time. Looks like the British pulled back to Portland. Yeah, we got some options for things, but we'll have to see how that goes next episode. So thank you for joining me for this episode. If you'd like to, please leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. If you want to help support the channel, consider the subscribe button down below, as well as take a look at the description down below where I have links to my Discord and my Patreon page. But I'll see all of you in the next episode. Bye.